I'm gonna get my camera out. I'm just charging it, but I want other angles, so I'm doing this too.
But it does feel good when another woman can compliment another woman and they mean it. You know, you got some that'll be like, girl, yeah, whatever. Yeah. You know, yeah, you cute, but when you got that one that's like, snaps, you're doing it. Yeah. That makes all the more, even more important. Yes. Because, and I must say, because we're part of the same organization, you are amazing.
Thank you.
And it's great that your husband feels the same way. So do you have a lot of support? I mean, since you just starting out doing this, or how long have you been doing it? And since you've been doing it, how much support have you gotten from doing it?
So, I feel like I have an amazing support system. From my husband to my siblings, cousins, like everybody, my friends, they are amazing. Like everybody is just, like I said, I am very careful with who I allow in my space. And I thank God for that because, you know, everybody who is in my space, like they help me to grow. Like, you know, and I do the same. That's why, like, when I go around new people, I'm not like want to suck the air out of a space. I'm like, I like to give like good vibes, you know. If I see another girl doing their thing, like I can only give what has been given to me. And that's why you get such a positive, you know, like, oh, okay, like, you know, so much encouragement because that's what I'm given. And that's what my support gives. So I will say I have an amazing support system. My husband always say, all he has to say is 2 words, that's do it. And I'm like, oh, you dare me? Okay, I'm going to do it. You know, I'll tell him crazy things. Like, I have so much going on in his head. And I'll bring it to him like, you know, G, I want to do this. He like, do it. I'm like, oh, for real? He's like, do it.
I got to stop you. You said G?
G.
Like y'all gangsta.
Yeah, well, his name is Gino, but I just call him G. I'll be like, G, do you know, I want to do this. And he like, okay, do it. And sometimes he can come off a little nonchalant. So when he say do it, I'm like, wait. You heard what I said? He's like, yeah, do it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, like, because you said it, and I know that do it, like, the power of his do it just makes me want to be like, oh, I'm about to do the damn thing. Because my husband, he said do it. So guess what? It's about to be done. Like, you know, and that's all I ever need to hear is him be like, do it.
And that's such a beautiful thing because one thing I can say from my personal side, you need to have that type of support. Yeah. And right now, with you being married, right now, besides your children and your husband, that's your main support.
Exactly.
So it don't matter what nobody else say. If he say do it, I know you like, okay, he done said, he done gave me the runway, so I'm about to walk this runway, and I'm about to be all that I can be. And you're doing it, and you're looking beautiful, and your husband is appreciative, and I know when you walk it, you like, baby, look at this.
Yeah,
I know. How do your kids feel?
That's funny. So my oldest, I have an 11-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. The 11-year-old is his daddy's son, because like while my husband is very supportive, like, you know, he just be like, oh, you spending money. Oh, you got, you know, like, you know how it is with marriages. Well, my 11-year-old, the other day, I showed him the picture that I recently took. And I said, what do you think about this, boo? And he's like, it's nice. Where you get an outfit from? Like, and I'm like, hold up, dude, I work. Like, I'm going to need for you not to question me about, like, what I'm spending my money on. But it's just so funny because I joke with my husband. I was like, that's your child. Like, he is on top of the finances. But they love, you know, seeing their mom do this. Like, I took one of my sons to a photo shoot with me, and at first he was super excited. The 8-year-old, I took him. First he was super excited, and then he was like, we've been here for 3 hours. And I was like, I know, because the photographer allowed me to bring 4 outfits. So it was very, like, a long day. But I told him, I was like, this is what I do. And he's like, well, Mom, do you get paid? I was like, no, not now, but I am definitely praying that in the end, you know,
into existence.
Yeah, something will come from it. So it was just, it's funny because now they have questions about it, and you know, they want to go and see, and so yeah, that's where I'm at, or where we are at in it now.
That is so awesome because my kids are like, you going again today? Yeah. You know, but what it does is, even though you're not getting paid now, doesn't mean that you won't ever.
Exactly.
Because I've seen your shots, and oh my God, they are amazing.
Thank you.
And when I saw you, I'm like, girl, get it. Because I remember when you started coming into the academy, and you were like, oh, I need to know how to do this. But that's all right, though, because you're learning. And I would say that the sisterhood helped you a little bit because, by them being supportive, right?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, like, I love the group of sisters. Like, one, you, Chandra.
Oh my gosh.
Being a mentor, like, you know, at first I'm like, okay, we got a mentor, we got this. And I'm like, well, how is this mentor, you know, going to be
How does it fit, right?
Yeah, how does it? But when I tell you, that's probably the best thing they could have done. And I know the next class will be blessed to have you as a mentor, because it's like the help, the words of inspiration that you will provide, like that did so much. That did so much. And just making those Mondays, like, you know, a little bit better. Like, there was times where I'm like, I gotta go to this again, just because of the time. Time is just like one of the things I'm like, I just don't have. But your words and you being there, and it's like me knowing that I'm in a room full of women who else are, you know, short on time, but they're there, like, that just made it all the more, you know, great. Like, I was like, okay, we all doing something. We're all bosses, you know, in our own right. Like, we're all doing amazing things, but yet everybody has found time to show up. And like I said, your words definitely helped. Anytime I had a question, you were, you know, anybody had a question, you were answering. With the young ladies who were in the group, Key, Alex, Shannon, everybody, like, just an amazing group of women. From makeup, I don't wear makeup, like,
and you
I
don't
really
need it, really.
Yeah, the thing is, I want to learn, but I don't wear it. But like, when I tell you, these young ladies was giving me makeup, like, here, you could try this, and I'm like, seriously, and makeup is not cheap. So like, when I tell you, I'm seriously thankful for just like everything that everybody brought, you know, it just made Stormie really come out. Because like I said, I'm not really gonna give you me, like, upon, you know, just meeting you, but because I felt everybody was so genuine, it was like, oh, I could be myself, I could let my guard down, you know. So that happened fast.
And that's a beautiful thing, when you can find a group of ladies that you can do that with, because we know that that's very rare, very, very rare. And